Quins. Number 8, having won the vote over Luke Garraway, Peter Buxton leads the side. The Quins have lost Loch Ollie Cohn and centre George Lowe to injuries picked up last week. So Thomas Bagios comes into the second row after being capped for the first time by Argentina in the Rugby World Cup. Joe Gray replaces Chris Brooke at hooker. The other change sees a first start for the club and a Heineken debut for Matt Hopper at 13 in his first season after his move from the Cornish Pirates. Hugo Monnier not quite ready to return, so Conor O'Shea keeps faith with Seb Stegman and Sam Smith, who both made their competition debuts against Connacht. Smith having this week been rewarded with an extension to his contract at the Sloop. And then on the bench, Tom Savage and Tim Taylor for Gloucester, and Nick Mayhew, Tim Fairbrother and Charlie Matthews for the Quins look forward to their first taste of Heineken Cup rugby. And alongside me today for this game is Pat Sanderson. It's going to be a big test for the Quins. 11 wins in 11 games is a mighty impressive record, but it's a difficult place to play this, isn't it?
It is, Bob, and it's good to see you again. Yeah, Quins 11 from 11, and they're sitting pretty at the top of the league and their pool in Europe. But they made hard work of it last week against Connacht. I just get a feeling that perhaps the pressure of having been unbeaten so far is making them concentrate a little bit too much on the results of the game rather than the processes that go into making them win the games. Nick Evans, as always, is going to be key for them. But right now, no one is winning the game quite like he is.
Yep, makes the point that what would have happened if he'd have been home in New Zealand during the World Cup, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, he probably considered himself pretty unlucky, even being over here, not to have a World Cup winners medal right now. He's certainly perhaps number 2 or 3 in New Zealand as it stands now.
And he contributes so much, doesn't he, to this Harlequins effort?
He does. I mean, I think, you know, like you say, they look like they're really starting to feel the pressure, but he's such a cool head and he runs it so well.
Missing Hugo Monnier, as I said today, and miss his experience, won't they?
I think they will. He's a fantastic finisher, but those 2 young wings they've got playing today, you know, I think they're taking their chance really well, and they'll be pleased at Quins.
Peter Buxton, one of the most experienced forwards available, leads out Gloucester today, and a huge back 5 in particular in this Gloucester pack tonight.
Yeah, you kind of know where they're going with the pack today. It's interesting, really. I think conversely with Gloucester, you know, they've no longer got that unbeaten record to look after. I think the shackles come off from that perspective, and hopefully they'll be able to set free, you know, that exciting talent, Trinder, May and Sharples in the outside backs.
Yes, they haven't had a great deal of time, haven't they, since Toulouse to actually get their match play ready for today, have they? No,
it's been a real quick turnaround for them, which, you know, and they're going to struggle with that a little bit. I'd say it's been a very difficult couple of weeks for Mike Tyndall, but we mustn't forget, you know, I think that's going to prove to be a real asset to Gloucester. His mind's back on his rugby again, and we mustn't forget, at his best, he's a World Cup winner.
OK, about to get underway then. This most daunting of places to play rugby. Christophe Berdos is our referee today from France. Might well have been in the running for a World Cup final had it not been for France going so far in the competition. So it'll be Gloucester who will get us underway.
Captain Blue, yeah.
Freddie Burns wearing the number 10 jersey. Mickey Robinson having moved on to pastures new. So the kickoff goes straight down the ground, and it'll be the Quins who will look to run it back then immediately.
Quins showing an awful lot of ambition early doors.
First touch of the ball then for Matt Hopper and Joe Marler, the prop wearing 1 man of the match in that victory over Connacht last week. So after a quite frenetic opening and quite a battle coming up in the line-out, I think. The ball moved out wide there to give a first touch for Matt Hopper.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of risky offloads in the opening exchanges there, which I'm quite surprised to see from Quins when, you know, obviously the offences are really on their mettle. Now, this man, Thomas Vageos, I don't know if you know, 2 years ago, didn't have a club. He left Parma, had nowhere to go. Big Jim Evans, a former teammate of mine at Harlequins, got injured, and he speculatively sent his CV off to Harlequins on a bit of a whim, really. Got capped during the World Cup and is playing today, so all testament to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball's gone backwards. Rory Lawson, who actually skippered Scotland during their World Cup campaign. And the pickup by Peter Buxton. Vastly experienced player in his 10th season now, skippering the side today. 33 years of age. And some good running here and bringing Tyndall into the play.
I think Tyndall missed an opportunity there. He had those guys outside him. I think he should have let that go, really. There's plenty of space and he's got plenty of gas outside there.
Well, Johnny May, by his trade normally, is a winger. And having to step in at fullback with the injury to Ollie Morgan. But held there, the referee decides to awarding the penalty to the Quins.
I mean, that was Gloucester's first opportunity there to put some width on the ball, and I think that was a real, perhaps a missed trick for Tyndall there. He's out to impress today. He wants to get the ball in hand. He's looking for his own option there when he's got bags of gas outside.
Fairly tight angle for Nick Evans that time. Does well enough though with the kick to touch, and of course we'll have the throw in at the line-out.
You keep moving in front of the ball.
Yeah, as you can see here, he gets the ball. He has got space. There's perhaps an option for himself there, but there's a definite 3-on-1 outside him, and Brown would have been in trouble if he'd have passed it.
So, good to go. Stay inside.
Joe Gray throws into the line-out for the Quins. Going long, it's a good day for the line-out throwers. No wind at all here. So Quins looking to benefit from that take by Nick Easter. Evans. Ball bounces nicely for Seb Stegman. Back in action after 2 years of bad injuries. Scored a hat-trick this season against Sale in the LV.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of interesting battles today, I think, but obviously Stegman Vainikolo on the wing is going to be an interesting one. Obviously Stegman cannot compete physically with Vainikolo, but you saw there he very nearly got round him on the first exchange.
Yes, 2 years out with a cruciate knee injury. 2 injuries in the same knee, Seb Stegman. But has battled his way very well back into action for the Quins.
I think this the line-out will be a battle. There's 2 real technicians behind the scenes here in John Kingston and John Brain, and they are line-out men through and through. So it'll be interesting to see who gets on top here.
Scott Lawson, formerly of Sale, into the line-out. Good ball off the top as well. Burns this time with the kick forward. Now then, where's the chase? Plenty of time in the first instance for Mike Brown. Natural counter-attacking fullback. Ball nudged forward though. Well, certainly Gloucester can't afford to kick the ball away to Mike Brown, can they?
No, I mean, he does that time and time again. The amount of times you see him evade that first tackle, he's very, very strong. He's a quick guy, and he's consistent for Quins at the back there. And he's very much made that shirt his own of late.
Come on. Open shoulder.
Yeah, the kick by Burns just a little too far.
Yeah, just a touch, but a good chase from Gloucester. But, you get that line in front, you expect to make that tackle. But great step from Brown, as we said. Made that yard, but he's just got to tighten up with the ball. Doesn't need to do that.
First scrum of the game.
Ball. Engage.
Lawson into the second row's feet.
Well, I think Quins will be happy with that. That's a great start for them.
Red.
Gloucester see their scrum very much as an attacking weapon. They like to go up through Wood. He is a key man for them in the scrum today, and as he was second best in that particular exchange. But I expect over time that they'll probably get the better of this Quins packet.
Yeah, Nick Wood 11 years ago gave up a course at Oxford in Spanish and German at Brasenose College to concentrate on his rugby. And very much the cornerstone, isn't he?
And it can't have been too difficult a decision, could it?
Number 1, yeah. Sit down.
So Quins just ambling up to the line-out. Joe Gray into it for them, right on the 22. Not the best of throws, but George Robson was up there to take it. The roll-on is superb. Excellent rolling ball by the Quins. Now then, which way do they go? They have to come this way. There are some numbers here. Jordan Turner-Hall, good running off the ball. Mike Brown, what a great try.
Fantastic play from Turner-Hall there, I thought. He's not renowned for his passing, but held it up beautifully, and then Mike Brown finished it off.
His 5th try in 18 starts in this competition. Quite a record. And what a striker from range.
Yeah, started with a great line out there for Quins. They'll be pleased with that. A little bit of variation off the back, which got them in behind, got them over the gain line, put Quins on the back foot defensively. Good carry from Easter. Nice quick ball. I think they'd expect Turner Hall to take it up. He got right to the line, pulled it back, and that's what created the space there. It's very difficult to defend when you take it to the line and then spread it wide, and that's a difficult skill. So for me, Turner Hall, great pass, lovely timing, and a great finish there.
Nick Evans, 20 points against Connacht when he broke Thierry Lacroix's record for the Quins of points in the Heineken Cup.
We talked, we see the try again here. Again, Turner Hall right in the face, great timing of passes, and like I say, it's very difficult to stop Brown from there. It's interesting, we talked about before the game about this quick turnaround for Gloucester. You know, it's a difficult thing to do, to go to Toulouse, a 5-day turnaround, and be ready to create the same level of intensity.
Danger time, obviously, for the side who have just scored.
Push back, once it back.
So it's scrum half, it's Carl Dixon. Still starting with Danny Cairn not quite ready. Quins have decided to return yet fully to first-team action. Good chase, but the ball's not forward, has it? Referee plays an advantage.
And it's broken field, and this is what Gloucester love.
Tyndall gets them going once again. Now then, Leslie Vanicola takes some stopping, doesn't he? In touch, though.
Man, what an incredibly powerful man. I mean, he's probably the only guy on that pitch that could have made that happen. Unfortunate not to get over the whitewash in the end, but staggering amount of power.
With the wide open spaces on the wing.
Gloucester
Frustrated in the end, I think he didn't get there.
Yeah, I mean, Gloucester love broken field. That is when they're at their best. They've got 4 or 5 players in that back line who can do anything from 50 yards out with a broken field. And this is what Leslie loves. You're giving the ball with a little bit of space. Defenders backing off him. He's in control of the contact zone. And it was a good effort coming across. I think it might have been Hopper there in his first appearance. You know, but that's not the first tackle you want, is it? Leslie Vanicola in full flight.
No. Still pressure on the Quins line. Dixon's kick is charged down. Ball's been nudged forward. Rupert Harden, it was, former Newcastle man, who went through to get the touchdown, but not awarded.
Well, it looked like Quarry should have taken that, really, shot on that, and we should be looking at 7-all.
Man with a fantastic record, Ngera, in Heineken Cup rugby. 7 tries in 11 starts before today. Akapusi Ngera.
Now this is a big area now for Gloucester. If they can get on top of the scrum, 5 metres out, this is a real opportunity for them just to put the pressure on Quins now. Make it difficult for them to clear their lines.
Wood against Johnston on this side. James Johnson for the Quins on the tight head side, the younger brother of Census. 22 stone of him, the number 3.
Yeah, they certainly breed them big in that family.
Yes, certainly do. And he is Census, James Johnson, and then behind him as well, Mahari Asavalu, providing some ballast in the competition here, the contest against Nick Wood.
Yeah, and I think
he's giving an advantage to Gloucester, calls for the penalty.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call there, you know. Wood brought a bit of pressure on. Johnson just looked like he turned in as the pressure came. Rather than go backwards, he thought, I'll go down. And, you know, because at this point, if they go backwards, they're in big trouble. So, right decision from the referee.
Size is not everything, is it, in the front row?
No, he's a pretty canny scrummager, Wood. I mean, he's been around a while now, and he has learnt his trade well. And, you know, he's a valuable asset to Gloucester because he does win penalties for them with his attacking scrummaging style.
28-year-old now, Nick Wood, man from Cirencester. In the meantime, first chance for Freddie Burns to get some points on the board for Gloucester. Scored 7 points against Toulouse in his first Heineken start. Young man born and bred in Bath, switched his allegiance to Gloucester. Beautiful strike.
Now, please, Freddie Burns, it just calms his nerves a little bit. Fantastic players, a real box of tricks.
Making up for the fact that Leslie Vainicolo just robbed at the death.
I mean, it was reminiscent of Jonah Lomu and his pod
yes.
there.
Just crossing the 10-metre line. Tyndall at the end of it. And finally, we have a scrum half as well. Needed straightening, didn't it? Provided by Johnny May from fullback.
Well, you can see what Gloucester are trying to do. They're trying to present a threat with their forwards, but use them as passes to put width on the ball.
Chance on the far side again. Long kick downfield. Bounce is kind in that way that it didn't go completely dead, so it's a 22 dropout.
Yeah, I can't quite understand that from Gloucester, really. I mean, they're in those wide channels where they want to be. They've got their 3 fast guys out there, and then they kick it away, you know, and they're into the Harlequins half. So, you know, I expect they'll get a message on soon. Just keep the ball in hand. You know, you're good enough and you're threatening.
Yep, Charlie Sharples, who was the fastest man in the England squad pre-World Cup. But here's the chance. Again, it's Hopper. Not just his bright hair makes him stand out. He's had quite a promising start to his first game. But the steal is a brilliant one by Ngera. Back in field. Lawson also. The other Lawson. Long, good pass into midfield. That's an excellent ball as well. Sharples has the pace to worry Smith. Here he comes once again for Rory Lawson. Harden this time takes it on. But there's a turnover ball, pass Avalu.
That's a great turnover there by Joe Marler. That's exactly what you want. If you've got front row forwards who are that capable over a ball, it's a huge asset to the side.
The bounce this time goes the way, though, of Gloucester. Again to Vainicolo. Jordan Turner-Hall in the end gets him down, but progress again certainly by Vainicolo.
Yeah, I mean, again, another great run there by Vainicolo, but I think that's the second tackle that Hopper's missed on him, you know. He's very committed, he's throwing his body around, but, you know, you've just got to be a bit more considered with your footwork when you're taking Leslie out. You can't just go in there and dive at him and expect him to go down. It doesn't work like that. You have to have some decent technique.
Yeah, but the first fisherman is in the opposite side. He cannot.
Turnovers, such an important part of the game. And Ngera getting in there and stealing the ball well.
I mean, I don't suppose he had a choice there. It was very much a last chance saloon. If that ball had gone to the winger, it would have been 30 or 40 yards the other way. As it was, he took a risk and it paid off. But this is great work by Marlow at the breakdown.
Savalu in support as well after the prop had done all the hard work. Joe Marler.
Yeah, he was outstanding last week, and again, he started well. His scrum's been pretty reasonable, and as we saw there, you know, the work he does around the pitch is why he started for 2 years. I mean, he's only still a very young man, but he's been starting with Quins for a long time, and they showed good faith in him as a youngster, and they're starting to reap the awards now for that.
2 seasons in Junior World Cup rugby as well, and at the 20 level by England, then the Saxons. So the time is going to come before too long when he gets a senior cap, I'm sure.
Well, the way he's playing at the moment, you can see it happening. Obviously, he's still got a lot to learn. He's still very young, but I know that Conor O'Shea, who obviously is his director of rugby now at Harlequins, was a big mentor for him coming through the age groups. Conor was obviously with the RFU and was in charge of his development.
Quins again position themselves for this line-out. Joe Gray into the middle. Dixon orchestrating things, getting the ball carry outside him before deciding to use Evans in that position. Second man, ball carrier again. Bagios. Savalu playing at 6, operated very much at 7 for Samoa in the World Cup and had an outstanding tournament as well. George Robson, the latest.
And we're going to see a lot of this today. Quins coming around the corner with their big forwards, looking to tighten this Gloucester defence.
Now Evans. Again, look at the movement here. It's Hopper straightening up. Maybe questions about his defensive technique so far, but in an attacking sense, he's done well, as has Evans. Now then, where's the support? Quins with a great chance, but in fact, referee has awarded a penalty to them and wants to talk to Gloucester.
And this is typical Harlequins for you. They come round the corner, they come round the corner, they come round the corner. The minute they've tightened you up, Evans asks for the ball and he strikes with it, and he very rarely makes a mistake.
No, captain, thank you.
Christophe Perros.
Be careful. After the kick, you take the player with that ball.
After the what, sorry?
Yeah, after the kick.
Right.
You take, okay, no more.
Just a quiet word to Will James. Penalty straight on for the Quins.
And here you can see it now, just round the corner, the big Quins carriers knocking it up relentlessly, trying to drag in the defensive line. And the minute they've got space, they call for the ball and they attack wide where they're short. And it's Evans controls it all the time. He sits in behind and he very rarely makes a mistake.
Mike Brown again just couldn't quite get the ball out to Seb Smith.
And he doesn't miss these. And for me, if Gloucester are going to give penalties away today, then they will not win this game. Discipline's very, very important, and it's let them down in the last couple of weeks. Over in Toulouse, it was a series of penalties that let Toulouse back into the game as well.
If successful, this will bring Nick Evans over the century mark for points in the Heineken Cup. No question again, but that he is successful. Quins extending their lead to 7 points.
Yeah, I know the discipline is a bit of a concern for Gloucester, and as I laid on in the game last week, they looked in control of the Toulouse game. I think Tyndall gave a silly one away and let Toulouse back into it. You know, they can't afford to do this, not with a calibre of kicker of Nick Evans.
Conor O'Shea, director of rugby at the Quins, and a man whose name has been mentioned for the England vacancy as well. Proud Irishman. Back onto the left foot.
Thank you.
But not finding touch. Here's a chance again then. Burns looking to orchestrate it, gets it out immediately to Vainicolo. Again, Hopper bounced off him.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a real baptism of fire in front of Vainicolo at the moment.
Alistair Strokosh taking the ball up at number 8. Normally plays his rugby at 6, of course. Jim Hamilton celebrated his 29th birthday yesterday. Tyndall. Robson takes him to ground. But the ball still lying on the Gloucester side.
No hands, 5. No one time. Go back.
Quins ordered by the referee to go back into a non-offside position. Burns again.
When you get to this point, Quins are organised now. This is when you expect Burns really to sit in the pocket, hit the corners. They've only got 2 guys back. There's plenty of space in behind. This grey area is not the sort of place that you want to be playing, because Evans can kick them from here.
Hopper yet again. Victim as Vainicolo went charging through. Buxton gets the ball away into midfield for Burns. Tyndall spreads it wide. Johnny May couldn't really get the ball out to Charlie Sharples.
Now, really surprised actually at the way Quins are kicking at the moment. They're not putting the ball off the park, and I thought that's an area which they probably would like it to be, because they've probably got the edge at the line-out. You know, they've got some good line-out forwards there. You look at the Gloucester pack; it's full of big men. You've got to question how quickly they get up in the air.
Interesting contrast as well. We've seen a lot of the physicality of Vainicolo on the left, and then the pace on the other side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great balance, and they've got attacking threats throughout that back line. And you know, I think as this game wears on and it breaks up a little bit, we're going to see a little bit more of that, and it's going to be quite exciting. I think they've just got to be careful they don't let this game drift away before it does start to loosen up.
Yeah, still trailing by 7 points, the home team. Great atmosphere as ever at Kingsholm. Daunting place to come for a visiting team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic place to come and play. I mean, I think, you know, it's obviously great for the home team, but as an away team player, you want to come here, you want to feel the atmosphere. There's nothing quite like running down in front of the shed before a game. Yeah,
not the place to fall down for treatment, right in front of the shed, as Joe Gray, poor man, did that time.
What you don't realise is they probably stood there for 3.5 hours.
So, game will resume with the scrum. And again, Johnson against Wood on this side of the scrum. The ball is for the Quins, for Carl Dixon.
Thank you.
And Wood again doing well at the scrum.
Yeah, fantastic scrum from Wood there against a real big man.
Charlie Sharples taking it cleanly. And again, they're looking to come left. Johnny May at fullback, showing good determination there. Then the switch ball. Now out of Heineken again. Again, leaving men pulled to the ground in his wake. Lawson into midfield. Little bit lateral for the moment. Needs someone to straighten it up there. Now comes the kick then from Burns. That's going to land inside the 22, making it an easy catch and mark for Mike Brown.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 metres too long there, but you know, Quins keep giving Gloucester this broken field, this kick return to go at, and they'll pay for it eventually. Gloucester don't need too many chances.
Mike Brown going for a touch.
As you can see here, Wood quite easily gets on top of Johnson there. He's nowhere near as big as him, but he's a powerful boy.
Good hands here.
Yeah, fantastic piece of skill here from Tyndall. He's really setting Vanacola free again. I mean, he must have carried 8 or 9 times already this half.
Lawson towards the middle, towards Will James. Another ex-Cornish Pirate. And the Cornish Pirates side en route to Bristol for their game tomorrow have stopped off here to see James Dawidiak and also their former teammate of last year, Matt Hopper, in action for the Quins. First quarter is over. It's been Quins' game so far, certainly as far as points concerned. What a lovely angle of running low from the pass there by Mike Tyndall, releasing May. Referee playing an advantage again. Ball's knocked forward by a Quins hand.
And this is Gloucester at their best. Great wide pass to the 10, and then Tyndall, the lovely weighted pass, they held it up. They think it's going to be direct, and a fantastic line there. Just a shame they couldn't finish it off.
Tyndall timing his pass so well.
And we saw the pace of Trinder last week. You put him in space, and you know, he will finish for you.
Yeah, try scorer against Toulouse last week.
Here's Dupria, still going. Forward goes Varley. Murray. O'Connell over the 22. This is better from Munster. Goes Ryan. In goes the captain again. A little pop up to Dupria. To within 6 metres. Murray. Corlin. Here's a 2-on-1. Howlett.
And it's starting to look a little bit more ominous now for Quins at scrum time.
Okay. Touch. Touch. Go. Hop. Stay. Stay.
Nguera with the pickup. Gloucester setting up his position then on the 22. It was Buxton, in fact. Now it's James. Jordan Turner-Hall in the first place in with the tackle. Tyndall standing guard. And in a position then to carry the ball as well. Lawson will continue to go down to that right-hand side of the field to begin with. Now the switch will come. Creating the ball, trying to move it left again towards Vainicolo as May joins in from fullback.
Inside, ball inside.
Great line speed from Quins there, just pushing Gloucester back.
Vainicolo has to move in then to help clear the possession away. Harden, again with a good angle of running the tight head prop.
And this is how Quins defend. They take an awful lot of line speed, and then when they get a good dominant hit, they flood that breakdown and slow the ball down. Gives them time to reorganise everywhere else.
High tackle this time by Johnson on Tyndall as the referee waits for the advantage. Vainicolo. Just lateral for the moment. Lawson does well. Buxton also, some numbers on the far side. Sharples from Trinder. Up to the 10th phase, 9 already. Good angles of running again to Vainicolo, straightens it up again. This time he's held. Tyndall is in support.
But you can see a great piece of, great passage of play there from Gloucester. But they didn't actually go forward. They didn't go forward any distance at all because Gloucester, Quins are taking out the advantage line by coming up in those passing lanes out wide and just shutting them down really quickly. And they're making Gloucester try and play around it, which is high risk. So they 3, 4, 5 passes, but they didn't move forward at all.
In the meantime, the referee has taken the opportunity to have a quiet word with James Johnson for the high tackle going in.
An amazing stat there, Gloucester 99% possession in the last 10 minutes, so the game's really swung in their favour.
Freddie Burns points towards the posts, looking to reduce the Harlequins' lead.
One of the reasons that possession has gone that way is because Harlequins aren't putting the ball off the park. They're kicking back to Gloucester. Gloucester are happy to play. They're happy to play with this broken field structure, and Quins aren't affecting the ball on the floor yet.
Referee having to bring them back into midfield, having played the advantage. So Freddie Burns, over 300 points already for Gloucester, just his 3rd season. Former England under 20 man, makes no mistake. The lead is down then to 4 points.
Yeah, and a really accomplished start, I think, from Freddie Burns so far. Hasn't made many mistakes. He's spread it when he should. He's kicked to the corners when he's needed to, and off the floor he's kicked, beautifully. So, yeah, he'll be happy with his start.
Evans with the restart. Tap back again on the Gloucester side. Good piece of tidying up by Scott Lawson, the hooker. Ngera. Powerful running by the Fijian. Now then the support. Options on both sides. They decide to go to Vainicolo again. This time tackled by Robson.
A quick look here. There's plenty of space on the right-hand side for Gloucester to go, but unfortunately, the referee pulls it back when I think there's a real opportunity on the right-hand side there for Gloucester.
Ends in a penalty, but it might have been more after that great run by Ngera.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic break, and he's one of the few back rowers, I think, in the country that can do this, and that's why he's in the side. He's got 2 real workhorses around him in Buxton and Strokos, to allow this man to break a game as he is doing right now.
Really came to the fore for Fiji in that 2007 Rugby World Cup victory over Wales in Nantes. As I say, terrific record of try scoring in Heineken Cup Rugby.
Yeah, he's a fantastic athlete, and ball in hand, he's probably the best 7 there is in the league, I think.
So Freddie Burns looking for a hat-trick. Of penalties, this is easily the most difficult of his efforts so far. Just a step too far this time. Back to Brown again from fullback. And a brilliant, excellent clearing kick by the Harlequins fullback.
Yeah, Brown's another man who's I think has had a great start to this game.
Young Player of the Year in his first season, then Player of the Year in his second, and capped 3 times by England.
He actually coats his legs in Vaseline because he thinks people miss tackles on him.
Really? Qualified referee as well.
I'm not sure he'd admit to that.
Possession again then for Gloucester. And again the decision is to dummy this time by Nicolo. Sharples over from the right wing. Good tactic that time not to use Leslie, but to use him as a decoy, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so. A bit as a counterfoil for the whip. But, and I think that wherever they can, they're going to try and get Vainikolo to go down that 10 channel. But you do it once, you do it twice. The next time, as he comes in short, play behind him and hope to find some space out wide.
Being used to test the midfield defence of Nick Evans and co.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so big and strong. You can't ignore him as a defender.
No, quite. Evans with a good penalty kick. But certainly, even though Harlequins lead by 10 points to 6, it's the play of this man that's been the highlight, isn't it, in the first half so far, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the Vainikolo show almost. Swatting people away. I mean, it's a great fend. And the thing is, a fend is a skill. I mean, he's obviously hugely powerful, but, you know, he fends well, he steps well, he's quick, he's big, he's strong. You know, and when he's like this, he's an incredibly difficult player to play against.
Ball goes to the back to Easter. Marler joins in as well, the loose head prop. Ball finally turns into a wreck. Slowed right down, so the Quins must pick it up again and go. Yeah, now Dixon can get it away to Evans.
Quinn's trying to drive a ball there beyond the 15, which is a difficult thing to do, because the minute you go beyond the 15 in a line-out, there's no offside lines, players coming from the side, it's very difficult to drive.
Good running again, and over from the right wing, Seth Stegman. Once again, it's Brown as ever who's in support there of the runner. Referee is playing an advantage though to Gloucester, ball knocked on. Vainikolo inside his own 22.
Yeah, not the most elegant kick, but the right option there. There's nothing on. They passed it once, twice, 3 times, got it out wide. They had a look, and Vainikolo, I think, you know, the right thing there, put his boot on it. And we've seen that a couple of times now. There's 3 or 4 turnovers in that red zone where, you know, I think it's happened to Gloucester once or twice, happened to Quins once or twice, just that last pass.
Over half an hour play in the first half, 32 minutes in fact now. Still 10 points to 6 to the Harlequins as they look for victory number 12 in 12 matches this season.
Yeah, Quins like to drive it on the occasional line-out, and we've seen that once or twice. I expect here we'll probably see Nick Easter coming off this 5-man line-out, trying to get over Freddie Burns.
Into midfield, though, goes the ball this time. Here comes Easter, standing off from that line-up position. Brown again. Trinder going for the tackle. Good speedy possession though for the Quins this time. Turner Hall. His hard work has been done mostly in defence so far in this game. Robshaw. Again to Hopper.
Well, it's great work from Quins. They're keeping the ball well, but Gloucester at the moment look more of a match for it. Their defence team, they're very organised, they're taking good lines, they're working together well.
This is a further test though. Stegman gets the ball away to Robson. Now Turner Hall. It's off. Strokosh looking to lean over the top to steal the ball, unable to do so though. Ball is available again then for Carl Dixon. Now Evans. Kick over to the far side is a beauty. On this occasion, though, Mike Brown couldn't quite take it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what they're trying to do there, but Gloucester keeping pretty good width in defence. Sharple's got it covered there. He knew where he was, and he was always going to cover that, even if he'd have taken it on the full. No, it's been good defence from Gloucester here. They've kept great shape. And for them to take a high-risk option like that is actually testament to the Gloucester defence there.
Open the gap, thank you. No, please, listen to me. Open the gap. Thanks.
Referee insisting the gap there in the line-out before allowing Lawson to throw into James. Rory Lawson with the kick forward. Smith not under any real pressure there.
No!
Quins, though, again, do have the possession. Evans sitting back then, putting the kick forward. And Rory Lawson happy to see the ball go over the try line.
And a nice little passage there from Gloucester. That is obviously a pressure-relieving process they're going through there, where the ball comes in, down to the 9, box kicks, chase, everything's very well organised. Everyone's doing their job, and it relieves pressure for them.
Okay, thank you.
Burns with the restart. Going long. Little chip over the top. Bounce wasn't quite kind enough for Nick Evans. Possession with Gloucester. Getting in each other's way, though. Burns puts the kick in. Just wasn't to go over the try line, was it?
No, but another great kick from Burns. Nothing on. Turn round, sends it down there, and I don't think he could have placed it better if he'd have walked down there and put it there. You know, Burns actually is managing this game pretty well there. Like I said, there's nothing on. He kicks it really well, but he has orchestrated this here. He's got Gloucester now on the attack, and that's what you want from your number 10. You want him to run the game. You want him to put you in the positions whereby you can afford to take a risk or two to score a try.
Ball off the top of the line out again for Gloucester. And again, Tyndall running straight through the 13 in support of him. Now Lawson, the hooker, bringing in Johnny May from fullback. Gloucester going one way, then the other, looking to stretch the Quins' defence. Then it's taken up by Buxton, the skipper. Again, the kick into the 22, but no.
Hold.
Taken by Mike Brown.
There's no one home here for Gloucester.
Freddie Burns, in the end, goes back to take it. And a safe clearance kick up to the 10-metre line.
Bonfont out to Murray. Bonfont again. Benos with a kick through. Max Evans is after it. An awkward bouncing ball, but Murray made a decent job of it in the end. Barnes standing in the play scrum half. It's fed out to O'Connell. But the captain stripped of the ball. Here's Bonfont again. Oh, good hands at the Pakrishvili. Lacroix. Lacafia.
Quins, please.
So the clock rolling down towards half-time, just over 2 minutes to go.
Okay, thanks.
Harlequins with the lead, 10 points to 6. And stealing the possession, Nick Easter in centre field. Turner Hall manages well to get the ball away. Now Stegman taking on Vinocola, taking on Burns as well. And a real opportunity here then for the Quins to extend their lead. Smith in from the left wing. Robson there to pull him on as well. Referee is playing an advantage to them. Hopper. Vagios takes it on. Now it's Savalu. Does well. Evades the tackle. Potentially this is a very good position indeed for the Quins. Just looking for the final pass to get them over. It's Hopper! Just held up short.
Great passage of play there from Harlequins. Offloading off the floor, keeping the ball alive. Savalu, Gloucester got organised. Great little break from him, put pressure straight back on.
So as Christophe Perdos calls on Eric Gloucester to decide, in fact, whether Hopper managed to get the ball down on the line or not to crown an incredible debut day for him.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful for Hopper if he could. All his old teammates from Cornish Pirates sat in the crowd watching him.
It's a straight yes or no. That's what the referee wants.
And I think that's probably a try for me.
Just on the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, his momentum took him over. A little bit of an upper body adjustment, but provided he keeps control of it here, no, only has to be on the line, and I think that's a try. Fairly clear cut.
One more look for Eric Gloucester.
And you can see there, the point of the ball is clearly down, and he hasn't stopped moving, so it isn't a double movement. I don't see any reason why they cannot give that try.
Decision coming up then.
Eric. I may award a try. Okay, thank you.
Well called, Pat. Yes, try is awarded. What a moment then for this young 26-year-old man in his first start for the Harlequins. The boy from the Cornish Pirates gets his first try.
Yeah, and a real hammer blow there for Gloucester. Great steal in the line out. That won't be mentioned in dispatches, so I'll mention it. Great hit up there. They kept the ball alive really, really well. And Hopper over through Leslie Vinacola. He'll be pleased about that because he's had some treatment from Leslie already today.
Yeah, paying him back for that by getting the try that extends the Quins' lead coming up to half-time. And Nick Evans can make that an 11-point lead as we come right up to half-time. So unlucky that time, Nick Evans. Still time for the restart, probably.
Nick Evans proving to us all that he is human. Doesn't miss many.
Okay. Half time.
This is the try that came then right on the stroke of half-time.
Yeah, and they kept the ball alive really, really well. Came off his left, and he did that last year really well for Cornish Pirates. And as you can see there, he's absolutely delighted with that, and I think that'll really settle him down for the second half.
Yes, half-time, Gloucester 6, Harlequins 50. Just looking for the final pass to get them over. It's Hopper! Just held it short.
Great passage of play there from Harlequins. Offloading off the floor, keeping the ball alive. And you can see there, the point of the ball is clearly down, and he hasn't stopped moving, so it isn't a double movement. I don't see any reason why they cannot give that try.
Well called, Pat. Yes, try is awarded. What a moment then for this young 26-year-old man in his first start for the Harlequins. So the try by Matt Hopper just before the interval, extending the Harlequins' lead to 15 points to 6. Difficult to explain. It's a funny old game, isn't it? Gloucester have been dominant, Pat, haven't they, in so many areas?
Yeah, they have at times, and they've looked like they've had plenty of opportunity as well, but they haven't taken them. Conversely, Quins, when they've had an opportunity, have executed really, really well. But it's kind of teeing it up for a great second half, you know. We're going to see the control of Evans now at 10. They're going to want to play in the right areas. They don't want to take too many risks, go to that defence, go to their set piece. Gloucester, on the other hand, are going to start chasing the game, and that's what we as spectators want to see. We want to see these young kids with the ball in hand in the wide channels, trying to score tries to get back into this game. It could be a great second half.
Despite their domination, apart from that one run by Leslie Vainicolo, they didn't really come close to crossing the line, did they?
No, but we're very lucky up in the gantry here. We can see the whole pitch. We can see where the space is, and the space is there for them if they can get the ball there. You know, Quins, they're a funny team the way they defend. They take big line speed, they flood those rucks, and they tighten themselves up defensively, so they create opportunities. This game isn't dead, not by a long shot, and I think that Gloucester will get back into this.
Well, heading for 12th victory in 12 games, and it's a classic case, isn't it, of taking your chances when they appear.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't get 12 out of 12 unless you're good at taking your chances, and they've got the right people in the right places in that team. It's a well-balanced team and a good blend of youth and experience as well.
Bad news for Gloucester. Leslie Vainicolo is not going to appear for the second half. Tom Voice, the replacement, coming onto the field. That's a blow to them.
Yeah, I think it is a blow. I mean, obviously Leslie's done an awful lot of work in that first half, but Voice is a good player in his own right, you know, and again a good finisher. So he does add a different aspect and a different dimension. They've got real pace on both wings now.
Yeah, 23 Heineken Cup tries, Tom Voice, 15 of them for Wasps. And the news from the dressing room is that Leslie Vainicolo has a leg injury.
Well, he must have done that in that collision with Hopper. So ultimately, Hopper's persistence has paid off.
So more of the same, I'm sure, is what Conor O'Shea and co have told the Quins. And it'll be that man, Nick Evans, who will get the second half underway.
Early on in the last two kickoffs, Quins took a short one and went for a one-on-one battle on the wing. I'll be interested to see how they go about this now. If they kick long, get a chase on, and just perhaps play a more structured and settled game rather than trying to win the ball back straight away.
Blue, Captain Blue.
The way he's teeing it up, it looks like he's going high again.
Good hanging ball from the kickoff. Drill blast from the referee. Offside decision immediately. So we're present for the Quins at the start of the second half.
Great kickoff there. Straight down the middle, plenty of height. Got them all under the ball, and I mean that's a little bit harsh. That, I mean, the guy's taken out in the air. It does go forward. It does go to a Gloucester man, but you know, these games turn on very small, you know, on very small things. And for me, it's a bit unfair. I think that Gloucester are now staring down the barrel of going another 3 points down.
Yeah, I think we had 3 examples of that in the Munster-Northampton game last week, highlighting that it really is a bit of rough justice, isn't it?
It is, but this is Heineken Cup rugby, and it is the very toughest rugby you're going to experience, certainly on a club level. And you know, it is these games swing on small errors.
Well, it's presented Nick Evans with a great opportunity, just 1 minute into the second period, to get the points to extend the Harlequins' lead up to 12 points. Drills the ball again right between the posts. A man called Snapper by his mates down in the Southern Hemisphere for his love of deep sea fishing.
Well, I mean, he just looks so smooth when he's kicking the ball. But I mean, again, there's a good example of some good coaching going on there. You know, Quins have showed great variation there in their kickoffs. That was a different kickoff, and it just puts Gloucester under pressure.
Restart taken by George Robson. Without his long-term partner, Ollie Cohn, this afternoon, and that's a serious loss for the Quins. Ball kicked away then to Burns, who can get Gloucester going forward again. Johnny May carrying from fullback. And Lawson has the options of going either side. In the end, though, doesn't get the ball because the Quins are penalised this time for not rolling away.
Yeah, I'm pressed Christoph Burdos there, feeling like he perhaps has to even things up a little bit. Quite a soft penalty the other way. And, you know, we are now, if he kicks this, where we were at the start of the half, which is probably about right.
Johnny May stepping in quite handily into Ollie Morgan's shoes this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see too much of an infringement there, really. I guess he's penalising the guy on the wrong side of the ball, but again, it's very, very harsh, and I think that's probably the referee just evening things up a little bit.
Yep, bringing a bit of justice in. So if, that is, Freddie Burns can convert this opportunity. Another long-range effort. Similar one in the first half proved to be just too long for him.
Yeah, and he shanked that terribly off to the right-hand side. Yeah, and yeah, like you say, I think obviously he just struggles with that distance. He's trying a little bit too hard, and twice now he's not struck it particularly well from distance.
So it's the Quins then at the moment who have the advantage. 3 points in the second half.
Behind the kick.
That perhaps highlights the difference between the experience of Evans and the youthfulness of Burns there.
Burns beginning to run out of numbers until Burns steps up, then really stepping up to the plate that time, Freddie Burns. First chance for Tom Voice, the replacement for Vainicolo. Altano has put the Gloucester side on the back foot. And pressure coming up also from Quins.
You've got to be so careful when you're playing against Harlequins that you don't pull it back too deeply and allow them to take all the space out of you as they have done here. And I know it was an awful pass, but that wasn't where to go. When they're pressing at you hard like that, you've got to go at that press. You've got to kind of make them respect that you're coming at them. Otherwise, they'll just keep pushing on through, taking space out of you. And before you know it, you're back in your own half, looking to relieve pressure.
Ball is still alive until in the end Mike Brown just has to step into touch. Good chasing that time by Gloucester.
Yeah, great execution, great box kick, landing 5 metres out from the touchline. It's a difficult skill, that. And then well chased by the fullback there. Fine
play by Freddie Burns here.
Yeah, I mean, Fred, this is what he has got. I mean, he's a very, very complete player for a man so young. He's got great attacking skills.
Then in contrast, a bad ball. But here comes Fa'asavalu on the burst, and the Samoan. In his first season of Heineken Cup rugby, having been converted by the Quins back from rugby league to rugby union.
I think that was Buxton there in the breakdown. Fantastic work from him. Bit of a mistake at the line out there, but Buxton works really, really hard to get back. He's up on his feet really well. He swings his leg round. He comes back through the gate. He's totally legal. Straight in on the ball. Will James keeps him in there, and that's great work from those two.
6 on 6. In fact, Savalu was the man missing out.
Yeah. Okay.
So here comes Danny Kerr. Getting at least just less than a half then. As a replacement for Carl Dixon.
And I think Carl Dixon's played very well. He puts great width on his pass. He's controlled the game well, but what a replacement to bring on at this stage in the game.
Play just 30 minutes at the end of the game against Connacht. There's more of an opportunity now to make his mark on this particular game. Kindle again. Fends off the challenge. Pass was not a good one, though. Johnny May gets away from indifferent tackling, this time by Quins, then Lawson. Now Rory Lawson. Advantage which the referee had been playing for Gloucester is now over. It's here again for Rory Lawson. Again, the pass is a poor one.
Yeah, Gloucester really letting themselves down there with the passes because their individual running, the way they're running hard, they're clearing out the breakdown well.
But that was a high and a dangerous tackle by Fa'asavalu on Akapusi Ngera.
And the referee's going to go to his pocket here.
Yeah, it's too hard and you drop him. So yellow card.
The card is yellow.
Too high and drop the ball.
Fa'asavalu.
That's number 4 offside. Galanat was not over.
And now if Freddie Burns can take advantage of this penalty, get them back within touching distance, they've got 10 minutes to get themselves back in the game here.
Any question about this decision?
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, it didn't look too bad. The referee's right there. He's on the spot. It's his call. He sees it as malicious. It is round the head. You know, it's a tough game we play. You're asking the wrong person, Bob. As a former back row player myself, you know, it's an abrasive game. It's difficult to control yourself sometimes, but you must, you know. And the referee's right there. It's probably the right decision on balance.
Again, a long-range effort for Freddie Burns. This time strokes it beautifully. Excellent kick by the Gloucester number 10. So the gap is down to 9 points again.
Yeah, and Gloucester very much back in the game, you know. If they can just sort this pass out, their execution's poor at the moment. Tyndall did some great work early on. He got outside his man, he created the overlap, but the pass wasn't quite there. And we've seen a couple of times coming back against the grain, 2 poor passes when they've, you know, when they've kind of put Harlequins under a lot of pressure.
3 points from the sin binning. They need more in this next 10 minutes, don't they?
Yeah, if they can get within touching distance during this sin binning, then we're lined up for a fantastic last 20.
Jim Hamilton winning the ball in the first instance for Gloucester. And good support for him too.
This is exactly what Gloucester want. Just clear their lines nice and neatly.
Ball just drifting back in field. So it's Evans.
Keep moving.
High kick. Inside the 22 though, so Burns can take it and goes. Not 10 metres away, but the referee's playing a good advantage here.
And there's plenty of pace outside Quera there. He needs to use voice on that left wing.
Switch from Lawson this time then. Tyndall straightening out, doing well. Now comes the offload. The interception though by the Quins.
And again, Tyndall, he's doing so much good work ball in hand, but his last pass he just can't quite seem to execute.
Care. There's a gap opening up for the England's scrum half. Robshaw continues getting it out to Mike Brown. Hopper scored the try at the end of the first half, but again it's a turnover ball. Now can Gloucester strike from here? They have the men with pace, certainly. Ball back inside is a really good one for Johnny May. Ngera really does well. This is a great chance for Gloucester to take advantage of the extra man they have, but the interception is there again. And now it's the Quins who can break, but no, the referee bringing them back.
I've got to be honest, I'm exhausted watching this. It's end-to-end stuff. Turnover after turnover. Both teams looking to strike when they've got the ball. There's a break on the right-hand side here. Gloucester took a quick one, but didn't quite manage to finish it off. Great quick thinking there from Gloucester.
Yeah, Freddie Burns just halted.
Number 3 blue. 3 blue. 3.
Referee wants a word with James Johnson, who is in fact going to be replaced by Tim Fairbrother. Quickly taken, good thinking there by Freddie Burns.
I mean, you could argue there that Quins did not get out of his way, weren't back 10. They should have another penalty here, and whether Christopher is going to go back for a penalty after this, it's not quite clear yet, but or whether he'll go for the line-out. But that's really picked up this Gloucester crowd.
Yep.
And they're going to get behind their team now. They've got 30 minutes to go, and a score here. And you feel the momentum of this game is really back with Gloucester.
Yep, they need to strike while the Quins are down to 14 men.
And if you look at them now, Gloucester, they're very animated, their body language is good, they're clapping their hands, they're pointing, they're ready for this.
No, please. A good line out, please.
Another opportunity then for Joe Gray to throw into the line.
And there'll be a quick one at the front, that pre-crouch position. They practiced that a lot. That's great intensity there, great defence from Gloucester, dropping it, putting it on the deck, not giving them an easy box kick out of here.
These are the sort of moments that decide the outcome of games.
Evans sat deep, but he's going to be under pressure. It's not a big dead ball area.
Danny Kerr takes the responsibility himself. That's a good clearance kick by the scrum half.
Yeah, but it's Gloucester ball and they're still on the attack, and the momentum's very much with Gloucester here. Quins down to 14, great attacking opportunity from a line-up.
faire le tour, Cédric, je au fond.
Scott Lawson into the line-out for Gloucester. Hamilton it is. Now then comes the roll.
Yeah, just trying a variation around the front there. Up on Hamilton, quick shift down the front, trying to put Quins on the back foot defensively.
Good work by Rob Shaw in the first instance, who drove them back. Now then, Lawson to Burns.
Real opportunity on the left-hand side
Kendall,
there.
the angle by Trinder. Good defensive work this time by the Quins.
And that is fantastic work on the floor, because they were under real pressure there. There was a couple of guys outside. They were trying to cover all the space they could, but fantastic work on the floor.
Trinder looking for his second try in 2 games. Released well there.
And it was that man Hopper again, supported by, I think, supported by Brown, but he's in, he makes a great tackle, he's up on his feet, supported by Brown there, and that is fantastic work on the floor there.
Certainly this is a day that this young man will remember, Matt Hopper.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't start particularly well, he missed a couple of tackles, but he stuck to his guns, he didn't let it affect him, and obviously scoring the try, and now that, which is a huge turnover, supported by Brown. 2 very big plays.
Oui. D'accord.
So those the interesting figures then at the beginning of this second period.
And I mean, it's all been played in Harlequins half, but as it was for big players of the first half, but Quins are just so efficient when they get into that red zone, they're scoring. Gloucester, they've been down here now a long time, they need points.
In front of the shed, Joe Gray preparing to throw into the line-out as soon as the referee is happy with the gap. Robson takes.
Harlequins go into that pre-crouch front line-out ball again, which they obviously see as 100%. They're taking no risks at the moment.
Easter there also in support. Did so well in that area against Connacht. Kerr finally able to get the ball away to Evans. Then Turner Hall on the change of angle. Nice bounce for Mike Brown, and getting away from the challenges that time. Good hands as well. Hopper couldn't quite get the ball out wide left. Now it's the little kick through, it's the chase for the Quins.
Lovely pick by Johnny May.
Beautiful pickup. This boy has some gas.
Led to believe he's the quickest guy in the squad at Gloucester now.
If he's quicker than Charlie Sharples, then he really is quick. Gloucester spreading the ball out wide then towards this time Sharples. Here he goes, Charlie Sharples. The pass inside is a good one. Excellent hands. Marvin. Ngera. But the Quins are back again to defend their position. This is incredible.
And this really typifies Gloucester at the moment. They're doing so much good work. They're making these line breaks. They look so exciting when they get the ball wide. They get into that red zone and they turn the ball over again.
Yeah, knock on the referee, playing an advantage to the Quins anyway. Plenty of time for the clearance kick.
Yeah, fantastic there from Nick Evans. Sits in the boot, relieves the pressure, as he had done the whole game.
This is a tremendous burst of pace by Johnny May.
Yeah, I mean, it's what an asset to have him coming from deep like that.
Then the ball was worked right to Charlie Sharples, and it looked as if there might well be something on here for the Quins.
Trinder got the ball on the inside from Sharples there, and he just looked like he's had too far to run. We saw what he can do ball in hand.
Good quick possession again then for Gloucester. Lawson again in the move, but again a bit of carelessness. Hamilton sets it up once more. Gloucester with the numbers left. Strokosz takes it on. Now May using some physical power this time. And the seconds ticking on as the 14 men defend the lead of theirs. It's opening up now, though. Gloucester, so close. Ngera continues the move. There are men wide right here. Trinder loses it. as he goes to score the try.
Absolutely unbelievable. Piece of magic there from Freddie Burns. Fantastic follow-up play. I think it was Lawson who made that pass as well, and so unlucky there, going over the line, but all credit to Harlequins. They scrambled really, really well here. They were under mountains of pressure, and when it really mattered, there they were to stop Trinder immediately from the line. Great tackle there, eh?
Just looking to put the ball over his head and touch it down.
Yeah, and there's a real statistic there. The visits into the opponent's 22. Harlequins have come away with 12 points. Gloucester have come away with none, and that is the difference in this game right now, because the attacking potential and the things that the Gloucester backs are doing is absolutely fantastic to watch, but you've got to convert it.
Which one? 9. Which one?
Change on the Gloucester side at scrum half as well. Dave Lewis coming on at scrum half in place of Rory Lawson.
I'm not quite sure who it was that came across and made that try-saving tackle. I think it might have been Marlon the prop, but yeah, I mean, just a great double effort there to get back to save that try.
I don't know.
Indeed, it was
Marlon.
Marlon. I mean, what a fantastic game to have a prop that's going to come across and cover a tackle like that.
Scrum 5 metres out. The defending side, the Quins. Easter does the sensible thing, taking on the responsibility, picking up at the base of the scrum. Onto the left foot this time of Mike Brown.
Yeah, and again, a really well-executed clearing pattern from Harlequins there. Experience, making some good yards, creating the angle so that Evans can get some distance with his kick.
I'm out.
And Fa'a Savalu is back on the field. And a change at hooker as well for the Quins, with Chris Brooker coming on in place of Joe Gray. So the Quins are back to 15 men. Fa'a Savalu back on the field after his 10 minutes.
And Quins will see that as a small victory for them, I think.
Brooker immediately in the action, the former Bathman. Fresh pair of legs, doing so well here. There are opportunities wide right this time for the Quins. Brooker switches in inside. Must have gone right surely there.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Blew a real 3-on-1 there. You're not going to get too many opportunities like that. You've got to take them.
Rob Shaw offloads nicely. Brooker again into the action. Jaos takes it on. Turner Hall doing the guarding rather than number 12. Easter, high tackle again. Referee decides, but Rob Shaw for the moment takes it on.
Tackle from number 4. Oh, penalty take.
Will James, I think it was, with the high tackle. And Guerra coming in with the challenge on Mike Brown, so the referee brings them back.
Yeah, and a real missed opportunity here from Cringerfield. Great break by Brooker, gets in behind them. Good scramble from Gloucester to get hold of him, but here, huge opportunity here. There's plenty of numbers out wide, and all he had to do was straighten, simple 2-on-1. Only the fullback to beat.
Ouais, d'accord. Ok, mais gardez-le. Attends, tout le monde parle. Number 4.
Gloucester having to bring on Tom Savage, young player in his first year of rugby with them, in the second row, in place of Will James. Short of strength in depth at the moment. He was the captain of Hartpury College last season, Tom Savage.
Yeah, missing Brown there, Keyline, that guy as well. So yeah, they are going to the bottom of the reserves in the second row, but I'm led to believe he's a good prospect, Savage.
Yep. The unmistakable style of Nick Evans. Harlequins very much in the driving seat, even more so if they can get this one over. Another successful kick by Nick Evans, proving what a key man he is to this team.
Yeah, and I think you've seen the difference there, you know. One visit into the Gloucester half, and they come away with 3 points. Gloucester spent 10 minutes in the Quins half and came away with nothing. And ultimately, it's not about what you do in the middle of the field. It's not about getting down there. It's about scoring points, and Quins are taking every opportunity that they get.
Scott Lawson leaves the field then to be replaced by Darren Davidiuk, the third of the Cornish Pirates, the former Cornish Pirates, to get into the action this afternoon. Danny Kerr gets good height on the kick, but in fact he was outside the 22.
I was just about to say that Quins are doing all the simple things well. When they do score, they get back, they clear their line well. Which I guess, you know, just is what Gloucester want now. They want to score early. They need to get back in this game, and the next few minutes, you feel.
Dawidiuk finds Hamilton. Safe ball again for Gloucester. Dave Lewis, the former Exeter man at scrum half. One time the referee says you've got one more opportunity. Dawidiuk takes it on again. Now Tyndall. Running straight and hard. Lewis gets the ball away to Burns. Good defence work again by the Quins, but they'll have to do it once more. This time it's Ngera. Ball is there for Lewis to get it away as well. Tom Voice this time in the first receiver position. That's good quick ball again for Gloucester. This time it's Savage who has to take it in. Still coming this way towards Hamilton. Slowly but surely making their way towards the line.
Yeah, I think Gloucester now will probably look to hit it one more time, or perhaps spin it on the left-hand side now where they've got a little bit of space.
The poor pass spoils the immediate opportunity. But they'll get the put in at the set scrum. But another example of Gloucester not taking their chances, but...
Yeah, there was one or two opportunities I felt they could have gone wide earlier than this as well. I think the Tyndall initially took it up, there was a bit of space out wide, and perhaps another chance when he brought it back towards the main stand here, but... You know, Tyndall again, I think he's played pretty well today. He'll be upset with himself because he hasn't executed that final pass, and he's been fairly indicative, I think, of the way the Gloucester backline have played.
Yeah, as things stand, then Gloucester really must do something very, very quickly.
10. Replacement.
Tim Taylor waiting to come on for Gloucester in place of Freddie Burns. Former Nottingham man. Had the opportunity of staking a claim for the number 10 jersey early in the season.
I'm a little bit surprised they've taken Burns off. I think he's been kind of central to quite a lot of the activity going on in that back line. He's creating the opportunity, he's spotting the opportunities where to go. It's not necessarily him that's not executed well. So I'm a bit surprised they've made that change, but big opportunity now for Tim Taylor coming on.
No head again, 10.
This is his Heineken debut for Tim Taylor. A Leicester Academy product, but who played a lot of his early rugby in New Zealand, playing for the Crusaders, deputising for Dan Carter. Unused replacement down in Toulouse, and he gets his chance.
Engage. Is it?
Strugosh at a pick-up at the base of the scrum. Taylor in the action immediately. There's a great chance again for Gloucester.
And another blown chance from Gloucester there. 3 on 2 or 3 on 1 on the right-hand side, and he just tucks it and went.
Yep, Tom Voice brought into the action. But Harlequins again getting away with it.
No, come down. Come down.
And you'll see it here. The Voice gets the ball here. It's a simple one pass. There's a guy outside, he's screaming for the ball, and they were in all sorts of trouble there, Harlequins.
Tom Voice unable to spot, or didn't spot, that Johnny May was in such a good position outside him. Dawidiuk. Quins contesting, but the ball is won by Gloucester. Taylor again. Nice flat ball for Ngera. Referee playing an advantage again.
No, you tackle the 9
to Gloucester.
You tackle number 9 with a ball.
Guilty of tackling Dave Lewis without the ball. Nice pass, wasn't it, by Taylor for Nguera.
Again, another carry from Quay. He's been very busy this half. And I think what they felt there is that Turner Hall went past the ball, took the 9 out. Interestingly here, Gloucester going to the corner and really chasing the game.
Plenty of time left. And obviously deciding a quick score is what they need.
Yeah, I mean, that's like you say, they're at least 2 scores behind. So, you know, I would have thought the sensible option there would have been to take 3. To take 3 points and just edge themselves a little bit closer.
Dawidiuk has the throw into the line out again for Hamilton. Taylor slips the ball again to Voice. For Asavalu with the tackle. Possession again, though, is here for Gloucester. Just running out of space, though, on this right-hand side of the field.
And it looks like Quins have got their hands on this. They've held it up really, really well.
Yes, the defensive work of the Quins has been quite outstanding in this game.
Yeah, and that's fantastic work from Chris Robshaw there. Held him up in the tackle. He does that really, really well. Targeted the ball. A fantastic turnover at a crucial time.
Danny Kerr has a look up to see where Evans is standing. Not the best of passes, but a good clearance kick again.
And Quins do it really, really well, this. You'll see, obviously, they've held him up here, and Robshaw, great upper body strength, he's good on the ball, and he rips it out. But Quins do it well. They get 2 or 3 people in the contact zone, 1 low, 1 high, targeting ball, and they make it very, very difficult for you to get your game going because of that. But fantastic effort there from Robshaw.
Again, good ball off the top for Gloucester. Can't complain about the possession they've had from their forwards. Sharples brought in from the right. Again, they have to bring the ball in field. They were running out of space pretty quickly on that left-hand side. Dave Lewis with the dummy. Gloucester repositioning themselves, and Nguera. Lewis finally has returned to the scrum half position. Now Taylor. Little switch ball bringing in Tyndall from behind the advantage line. Robshaw guilty of an offside this time. Referee is playing an advantage. Johnny May takes it on for the Homesters. Voice maybe knocked the ball on, so the referee will bring them back for the original decision.
Yeah, I mean, psychologically, this is an interesting decision now because this is an easy 3 points. It's directly in front of the sticks. Do they go for the corner again? Do they say, listen, we're chasing this game, we want to try? Or, because if they turn around here and say, no, we'll take the points, it's a big psychological blow to them and a morale boost to Quins.
Peter Buxton has made his decision, and it is to ask Taylor to go for the far touchline again.
The thing is, Bob, you know, that's 6 points they've given up now. You know, and we'd be at 21-15. They need to score a try to win the game, and I just think, you know, these games are won by small margins. You have to take those 3 points when they're on offer.
Tim Taylor, first of all, waiting to see if his forwards can continue to win ball at the line-out. Hamilton. Not straight to the line-out that time.
Not straight.
Still unclear as who's going to do the goal kicking today. Obviously, Burns has gone off. He was their primary goal kicker. And maybe there's a question mark over, you know, how Taylor can kick.
Well, he's got a pretty good record, Tim Taylor.
No,
60 points in 5 Premiership starts this season. That's not a bad average for 12 points per game.
No, it isn't. I'm really surprised they've not taken those. Still, the pressure's on. It's not a bad decision yet, really, until Quins managed to finally clear their lines. But, you know, the game clock's ticking. There's 12 minutes left now.
Danny Kerr waits to put into the scrum.
No, not steady, no.
Referee will allow them to regroup.
No, unnecessary. Calm down. Unnecessary.
Joe Marler finds something amusing in the situation. Dario Pistolini, the Italian import, wearing 18 for Gloucester.
Pause. Engage. Put in.
Care feeds. Easter with a pickup again, and a good drive forward. Looking to slip the ball outside him. Couldn't quite do so, but the Quins on the poise, able to break out of their own territory now then.
No,
Again, it's Chris Brooker.
It's when you're under pressure that you look to your big players to relieve pressure. Easter's done that twice now. Earlier on in the game, he picked up game from 8, gave a great kicking angle for his fullback. There you saw him taking the opportunity. Didn't. Yeah, it was a good hit from Harlequins at the scrum. Just as Gloucester started to come back, exert the pressure, Easter saw the moment, picked up 20, 30 yards down the right-hand side, and has really relieved the pressure for his team.
Yeah, performed brilliantly at the end, the business end of the game against Connacht as well. Dan Murphy wearing 17, former London Irish prop, about to come onto the field as well.
Okay. Number 1, red. Number 3, replacement. Number 6.
So triple change then.
Who's new captain? Who's new captain?
Murphy coming on for Wood. Nick
Time
Wood
out, please, time
has
out.
been an outstanding part of the setup today.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and Luke Narroway coming on in the back row. Very clever rugby player, Luke Narroway, and he is the sort of player, hit a good line, he can make a break, he can change the influence of this game.
Show the line. Time on, please.
Luke Narroway obviously has taken over the captaincy with Peter Buxton having left the field.
Nothing.
And if he manages to get hands on ball, Luke Narroway can provide something different as well, can't he?
Yeah, he's a good athlete, but he's a clever rugby player. He reads the game well, and it's his ability to read the game really which gets him into it.
First of all, though, it's the Quins who have the possession. Vagios making it available. Evans, the little switch ball. Easter provides the driving run again, and Nick Easter will get on the try line himself this time. Now then, did he get the ball down?
I'm not sure. Larkin may have dropped it at the last minute. He's been really busy in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Easter, a couple of carries in the midfield there before that happened.
Well, the congratulations coming in from his teammates.
Yes or no?
Straight yes or no is the question again, from Christophe Berdos to Eric Cousin. Interesting.
I don't know. It's
No?
the answer. It's a real difficult call. It isn't under control. There's downward pressure, but I think that's a knock-on.
Under control, that's the key phrase.
The Shed certainly think he didn't score it, and I think I'm inclined to agree with them.
This might well tell us.
Although it's a really tough call because they can't quite see how close he is to the line when the ball initially hits the ground.
Certainly a key moment in this game.
Well, if it is a try, the game's as good as over as a result, I think. So the Gloucester guys obviously feel that it is, and so do the Quins guys, but it isn't as clear-cut as that on the video.
Well, that's why the TMO gets his money.
Rather him than me on this one. It's a difficult decision to make. I think what they're probably checking for here is, does he have it control when any part of the ball hits that white line? If he has, then it's a try.
Here comes the decision.
Oui. Can you repeat again? Okay.
The try is awarded to Nick Easter.
And that saves his blushes, I suppose.
His fourth Heineken Cup try. Nick Easter, and clinching the victory surely now then for the Quins.
Nick Easter having a bit of interaction with the Gloucester crowd at the moment, giving him a bit of stick.
He will point out, the history books will say, Easter try. Evans with the conversion.
Number 1, Boo.
One more change coming up.
Yeah, and they looked a little bit directionless here at this point, Quins. It was almost a bit lucky that it fell to Easter, but he showed great pace to get through the middle there, and then good strength to finally get him over the line. And I think if the line was an inch further on, it probably wouldn't have been a try. Yeah, a great pace through the middle there, and he's a big man to shift that. To see him shift like that is quite impressive.
28 points to 9. The Quins lead. Not surely now is it. They've had 2 big victories against Gloucester at the Stoop in the last couple of seasons, a 40-pointer and a 50-pointer. But winning down here at Kingsholm has been a different matter over the years. Nick Mayhew on in the front row for the Quins.
Forwards.
Turnover ball again for Danny Kerr.
Yeah, and I'd love to see how many mistakes Gloucester have actually made in that red zone today.
Yeah. Tyndall on the charge, getting the ball out wide. Decision taken though by Tom Savage to just hold it up. Full pass again, and in turn it's knocked on by Fa'asavalu.
You know, it's a coach's nightmare, because you can see by the way Gloucester are playing that they know how to break these Quins side down, and it's just the skill set that's letting them down. And you have days like that, and as a coach it must be incredibly frustrating.
Number 13. Come out, please. 13, yeah, 13. 13.
Well, it's been a mistake-riddled performance by the Quins here today. Did so well in the first half. Tom Casson, the latest replacement, about to come onto the field.
Number 4.
Matt Hobart takes a bow.
4 blue.
Yeah, fantastic first appearance there for Matt Hopper. He'll be delighted with that, to get a try on your debut, and a couple of other, key interventions within the game. And he's really thrown his body around today, and I'm sure he'll feel it tomorrow. But yeah, a great debut for the man.
Charlie Matthews wears 19. Will come on in the second row.
Please, guys.
Another good prospect for the Quins.
What's the mark? In front of the... 10 seconds. Come on, please. Yeah. Really is very risky. Yeah. Touch. Touch. Balls. Against.
Danny Kerr against the put-in. Take against the head for Dave Lewis's side. Tyndall. Boyce straightening it out. Now the pickup there at number 8 by Alistair Strokosh. Again the error by Gloucester.
Yeah, Quinn still full of energy in defence, taking line speed, pushing Gloucester back.
Dan Murphy taking the ball up for Gloucester. Ngera gets through the challenge this time. Gives the ball immediately to Charlie Matthews for his first touch, the Quinn.
Again, Gloucester breaking the line with Guerra there, but immediately turning it back over.
Easter, a little slip ball to Smith. Simply a question now for the Quins of defending this lead of 19 points.
Move away, move away.
Good passing as well here, but the ball's gone forward.
Yeah, someone down injured, so the referee's probably made the sensible decision, but I think that would have been another 5, perhaps 7 points Quinn's way. They broke down this left-hand side.
So to what extent has it been the limited amount of time that Gloucester have had to recover from the Toulouse game, do you think?
Well, I don't think you can blame it on that, because their intensity's been good today. They've created chances all over the pitch, but you can't make the mistakes that Gloucester have made and win a game. They've had endless They've had endless opportunities and haven't. Over to the man of the match, really, though. I mean, there's been some pretty standout performances on this Quins side. They've executed absolutely every opportunity they've needed to take. But I think mentioned dispatches, I thought Turner Hall has played really well. He showed us that he's got a little bit more to his game other than being a battering ram. Matt Hopper in his first performance, I thought, was an outstanding display. But for me, the Heineken Cup man of the match is the Harlequins fullback, Mike Brown.
Yeah, a try scorer in the first half. Got the Quins on their way. Here's the finish.
He's been steady all day, but obviously, you know, to get on the score sheet, it's great for the outside backs, and this is a well-taken try, well-worked try by Harlequins. But the rest of his game's been exemplary as well. He's taken every high ball, he's dealt with it well, he's kicked beautifully. He's put Quins in the right part of the pitch. He's helped Evans in that aspect, and a really complete game there from the fullback.
And the left foot is an advantage as well, isn't it? An alternative for them.
Absolutely. To have a right and a left foot option is great when you're looking to clear your lines. It just takes, again, he just takes pressure off Evans. Not that he needs it.
It's a blue ball. Blue ball. Yeah, blue ball.
It's going to be a ball for the Quins. Now that we're able to continue with just under 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes to go to the end of this game. And England glad they can have a winner from this game, where things have been going over the last 2 weekends, with Northampton as well falling to their second successive defeat.
That's right, Saracens going down today as well away from home. So yeah, they'll be grateful for a win.
Evans bringing Brown into the play again. Stegman gets it away once more to Brown.
Quins are really starting to get expansive here. They're looking to get the bonus point. If they can pick up a 5-pointer here, that puts them in great shape in this pool.
Certainly does for Asavalu. He's the latest ball carrier. Chance of the interception, doesn't come off. So now they're off. Just when Quins had the opportunity to strike.
You know, he was inches away there from being a Gloucester try. High risk pass there from Harlequins.
Number 6. Substitution.
I mean, he read it really well there, really unlucky not to get his hands on that. And then, obviously, it was a bit of a surprise for Harlequins that they actually kept the ball.
Yeah, Sam Smith eyeing glory before he'd actually caught the ball.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
Asavalu leaves the field to be replaced by Luke Wallace.
Yeah, had a rest in the bin, but he's been busy all game. He's tackled well, he's carried well, and Wallace coming on.
Good prospect.
Yeah, good 7. He's played really well for Quins this year. Great on the ground. He gives them real presence over the ball. Yeah, and he's all action. He's a good player and one which you want to watch.
Scored a couple of tries in the 42-6 victory over the Gloucester side earlier this season. As Gloucester look to have the last word, Johnny May. Wallace unable to get into the action immediately. The possession is here again, Tim Taylor. Rob Shaw battling away again, wearing the 7 there, looking to rip the ball away, but no, Gloucester have it. Angera again, slips the ball out. And Lewis is there to pick up the quick recycling of the ball.
No hands.
It's the Quins 22. Timber making progress all the while, and Lewis does well to get the ball away. Gloucester inching their way towards the try line.
No hands.
Narrow, really unlucky there. Just got caught at the last minute. Looked for all the money like he was going to get over the whitewash.
Taylor dodging the first tackle, but not the second, as Wallace gets him to ground. But the possession is here again for Gloucester. Tom Voice, the latest to take it on.
There's a mismatch on the left-hand side here. If Gloucester can get it wide, which they can't with any efficiency. Again.
More errors from Gloucester, but Nick Evans has been caught offside, so the referee brings them back here to the shadow of the Heineken posts, of the Gloucester posts rather.
A nice little break from Narway there. great fend, went through the gap, looked like he was going to go over the line, and a last-ditch tackle just put him down.
Gloucester have to go for the scrum.
Number 7. Yeah, you're on the floor.
I mean, those tackle stats tell you the story, really. Gloucester have had so much of the ball. They've only made 55 tackles and missed 6. It's been their game to lose in many respects, and I think they'll watch this video back and really rue a missed opportunity.
Might well be the last set piece of this game. Just over 40 seconds as Dave Lewis waits to feed.
Number 3.
Referee playing an advantage again to Gloucester as Taylor gets it out. Tyndall pops it up. Taylor also. Boyce can't quite get there. But Lewis away again, but another handling error.
Fantastic defence from Harlequins there, though, under real pressure, and they're still scrambling, they're still protecting that line, they're showing great pride in that line. And that is why that team are 12 wins out, they will be 12 wins out of 12.
Yeah, I think we can say that it will be 12 wins now. Haven't got the bonus point from this victory, but the 4 points will do them okay in this group. All they have to do now then, Quins, is to kick this ball off the park. Danny Kerr does so. 28 points to 9. Good victory for the Harlequins.
Yeah, they will travel down the motorway very, very happy. You know, it's they've just got into that winning habit. You know, they take points when they need to take them. They're very, very efficient. They're a well-coached side, good set piece, and you know they're looking increasingly like like championship contenders in both competitions for my money.
Yep, they've run out winners, comfortable winners at the end of the day by 28 points to 9.
A knockout month of Bob.